This is the 526th day of my relationship with Julie. One day later, I'm supposed to go to Denmark to see her. But I received an email from Danish visa center. That means the trip to Denmark to meet up with my girlfriend is probably not going to happen. Will we meet? Will this relationship last? At this point, I don't know. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to tell you a love story during pandemic about a guy from northeastern China and a woman from Denmark. It's also my story. We met in early 2022. We fell in love immediately. We have so much in common, and we basically talk to each other all the time. Because of the time difference, I had to talk to her till 3-4 a.m. every day. This lasts more than a year. And she really likes China, so we had a new plan. We're gonna live in China together. But because of the pandemic, we couldn't meet each other. We could only video chat every day, waiting for the border policy to be changed. March 2023, it finally changed.
昨天，文旅部公布了第二批中国公民试点出境团队游的国家名单。
And we begin in China, where there have been hugs and tears as international travellers arrived in China yesterday.
The border policy has been changed. I plan to go to Denmark first, to see the place she lives, to visit her family and friends. But I didn't expect the waiting list for visa application would be that long. And I finally got an appointment. Everything was smooth. The visa officer put a stamp on my paper, and then I got the email. I was not rejected, but they would extend the investigation process. I didn't know how to tell her. I didn't know how she would react. She was very sad. She asked me, "Why couldn't you plan it earlier?" I didn't know what to say, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if she still wanted to continue this relationship until I heard she said, "I can't wait anymore." Julie! Julie! Oh my god, I stand here for... She's here. She's finally here, everyone.
I'm Julie.
I'm Huai Yujun. This is our love story. I was on a business trip, so I want to talk to people online. And I just download the app. Basically, I want to speak English to people.
Yeah, so I was your English training.
Sort of, yeah.
And I had 2 friends over, and one of them was Korean. So he just wanted to see what kinds of people were on Korean Tinder. So he asked me, can I borrow your Tinder? And yeah, then suddenly this guy had given me a super like.
Yeah. I think I met her on the 3rd day after I downloaded the app. She's gorgeous. Like, she's too good to be true. I thought she was catfishing. So I chat her IG file.
That's why I needed to put it on there, because people kept thinking that I was a catfish. So I put my Instagram on my Tinder. I don't normally recommend that people do that.
And her profile is funny.
I make people aware that I know I look like I could be mean.
I didn't know why a Danish woman is on Korean Tinder.
And I didn't know why a Chinese man was on Korean Tinder.
So I was like, okay, we're so far away from each other. And she's clearly way out of my league. So I was like, there's nothing gonna happen between us. So why not? So we just start talking.
See, people might think that we ended up together because he was really smooth. He wasn't.
No.
Not at all. I had liked him because my friends were like, oh, are you interested in this guy that has given you a super like, or should we just ignore him because that's kind of creepy? And I was like, no, he's
Kind of creepy.
The super likes can be a little bit intense. A lot of girls will immediately be like, no.
Okay.
Stay away from me.
You're my only super light.
Oh yeah, I better be. No, but I looked at his pictures, and in most of them, I can't really see your face that well. Like, his face is covered, kind of.
Not covered.
There was there were 2
Side
side
portrait.
profiles.
Yeah.
And the rest of them, his face was covered by his phone. So I was a bit like, but he did look attractive, so I was like, yeah, he's kind of my type.
Good save.
Yeah.
When we just started talking, she was kind of cold to me, and I didn't know why.
In my defense, I had put in effort to talk to him. Like, I had read through his bio, actually tried to ask about stuff he liked, and to me, he came across like he was being a bit of a jerk. So at this point, I was like, fine. And to your last comment that day, my answer was just like, that's a fair assumption.
Yeah, fair assumption.
It's become kind of a tagline in our relationship because it's such an iconic shutdown.
Yeah. But you know, she's too attractive to me. So I gotta give it a shot. Yeah. So I contact her again.
I'm happy you did.
And it went well. We were talking for more than 7 hours, I think.
Yeah, I was cleaning my apartment when I got your message, and I was like, okay, he was kind of a jerk yesterday, but he's hot. It's very rare that I find people attractive, you know, so I was like, okay.
And we have a lot in common, like...
Yeah, that's why I wanted to put in effort the day before, because I was like, maybe we could vibe. And then he just destroyed it. So, yeah, I gave him a second chance, and he actually ended up being very funny. I don't know if it was because you were nervous the first day, but the second day I felt like it was way more of a normal
To be honest, I didn't expect I was gonna match with you.
Oh, so you were like pure shock?
Yeah.
It's kind of like those people that like, have you guys seen those people where they meet like an idol of theirs and suddenly they start talking like an idiot?
Yeah.
Like,
I was kind of like that.
Yeah, you forget how to be a normal person. It was cute though. Like
Yeah.
on the second day I found out that he's really a sweet person, actually smart, which for me is a
Thank
big
you.
plus.
Thank you.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not an idiot.
No, then I would not have liked you. But he was very sweet, and I was like, okay, maybe I was too judgmental.
Maybe you should give me a shot, right?
You are the man, so you should.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I gotta say, she surprised me a lot. Like, you know more than I expected.
He thought I was stupid.
No, I didn't think you'd be stupid. But you know, you're smarter than me, I would say. Yeah. You know way more about certain field than me.
I think he gives me too much credit.
First of all, as a Danish woman, you know too much about China.
That's fair, actually.
Because normally people ask me really dumb questions. She didn't at all. She knows. She knows everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he would try to tell me stuff about like Chinese history, and I would be like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to remind her. Yeah.
No, you were trying to educate me. It was like talking
Fuck.
about flying cat. Hi, Trump. This is our cat. He wants attention.
Yeah.
He was trying to. I think we were having a conversation about powerful females in history. Because Denmark has a very famous queen that ruled over the whole Nordic.
Yeah, and I started mentioning Wu Zetian.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, like there's a monument for her that's like a sphere, right? Because I had watched a documentary about it before.
Yeah.
And you were like, how do you know that? And I was like, average knowledge, clearly.
We just keep talking to each other.
Yeah. And we kept finding more and more things we have in common. Like the weirdest things.
Yeah.
Like specific dates that the same event happened to us. Like things that are very unique. And I started becoming so skeptical because I was like, there's no way
Yeah.
I have this much in common with some random dude from the other side of the world. It was so weird. So I started being like, oh, really? That happened to you when?
Is he trying to?
Yeah, I was trying to outsmart you.
真実はいつも一つ
I was being very cautious, but it just all clicked. Yeah.
And there's one day she was visiting her friend. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just told her our kids will look good.
And my reaction caught my friend so off guard. Normally, I'm not very romantic. It's kind of a thing my friends have made fun of, is that I'm not romantic, I'm a realist. So, if any other man or person had told me this, I would have run away. They would have been blocked immediately, you know, and be like, this person is so creepy. But instead, I just sat there and was like, yeah. And she
I
was
got
like,
scared too.
yeah, you were scared that I would think you were a weirdo.
Yeah.
To be honest, if you're a guy watching this, don't just say that.
I
to
don't
a woman.
recommend.
It's more that we're equally crazy.
Yeah.
But it was very cute.
Yeah. And on the same day, I told her, you probably can't say my name.
Yeah.
Come on, my name is super hard to pronounce.
It was so easy. So he sent me a voice message being like, oh, I bet you can't say my name. And I was outside walking with my friend, getting ready to leave the city that she lives in. And I was like, is he Jai? Like, it doesn't get much easier than that. You were making it sound as if like, oh, it's so, like, crazy. I don't know what
It is!
I don't know what you made up.
Most foreigners, Westerners, they don't know how to pronounce J. Yeah.
I still think he's kind of making that up, but okay. So while he was so obsessed with the idea of me not being able to say his name, the funny thing is, you have not been able to say my name until after I moved here.
No, I think I can.
You
I
could not.
could.
No, that's a lie. He had completely avoided saying my name correctly, and I think I just never corrected you because I was like, oh, it's okay. So
But
how
I
do
gotta say, like, your name is hard to pronounce. A lot of
Yeah.
Danish people can.
A lot of people get my name wrong. That's
Yeah.
true. So how do you pronounce it now?
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah.
He's closer than any other foreign person.
So at this point, I know I like her, and I was being very serious.
I didn't know that he liked me yet. I wasn't sure. I had to do the text a friend and ask for help. No, like your way of letting me know was the worst way because you were kind of nervous about even letting me know that you liked me. No, he sent me a message that was like, I think I like you because you're so nice. So I heard that I like you and got so happy, and then I heard because you're so nice, and I was like, so he likes me as a friend, and I needed to send it to a friend. I was like, if a guy tells you that he likes you, what does that mean? And my friend was like, are you kidding me?
Are you
And
3-year-old?
No, and then I sent her the other part, and she was like, I don't know.
Oh shit.
You
Yeah.
left everyone confused.
Don't learn from me.
No. He's not very sophisticated at this.
But at this point, I was very scared. I was not sure that she wanted the future with me. Because we don't live in the same country.
Yeah.
So, you know, she lived in Denmark. If she doesn't want to move, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I was like, yo, I've already planned that I'm gonna leave this place.
I didn't know that.
It was very sweet because he asked me, like, have you ever considered moving away from them? And I was like, yeah. I'm gonna do it. I already had the plan that I was gonna do it.
Yeah, that's such a relief.
Like, I knew that I was gonna move to Asia again because I studied in Japan. So I didn't want to settle in Japan permanently, but I was at least gonna travel back there, I thought, for like 2 years and then move to another country for 2 years and just keep it going because I wasn't in a relationship, so I didn't owe anyone anything. So he kind of ruined my plan a little bit, but
Not completely.
it's just now I'm staying in one place permanently, hopefully. Usually, I think people assume that the person of color in the relationship is the one that wants to get out. Like, people always walk around being like, oh, this person wants a green card.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And in our situation, it's so funny because people always ask me, like, why isn't he coming to Denmark? Why isn't he going to Europe? And I was like, because he doesn't want to. I don't want to live here. Yeah, so it usually catches people kind of off guard, I would say. Yeah.
And I didn't know that she has been to China before.
No, I had already been here.
Yeah.
And it was the best experience. Like, it has stayed my favorite country I ever visited. I've traveled a lot, but China left such a huge impression on me. Even though I was quite young when I went here. I was only like 10, 11. So, yeah, it was just a really great trip. But it wasn't this region, though.
No.
I've
It was
ended
the
up
north.
living somewhere different. Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're from the north, so it weirdly...
It's kind of the same.
It's like the circle of life. Two northern people from different ended up together.
And I flew back to China to celebrate New Year with my parents. And my parents didn't know that I was dating her. But Julie and I, we were talking every night. And sometimes my parents came in without knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he would like slam down his phone and try to hide it. It made me laugh so hard. Like the first time he did it, I was like, what are you doing? Again, like a cultural difference because I think in Denmark, you just tell people. Like, it's not that big of a deal to tell your parents that you're seeing someone. They'll kind of just be like, oh, whatever. But I did realize that for him it was like a bit more of like a serious thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It
You
was
kinda,
quite funny,
like,
though.
You introduce.
Yeah. In Denmark, it's very casual. Like, your parents might meet someone you're dating without it being that serious. And they understand that it's not that serious. It's just a difference, I guess.
Yeah. But my parents kind of knew something is going on.
Yeah, because you were speaking English inside your room continuously. And he kept saying, like, oh, it's fine. They don't understand what I'm saying anyway. They can't understand any English. And I was like, I bet that they know, kind of.
I thought my dad couldn't understand any English. And he told me he knows more than I thought.
Yeah, he told you that on one of the last days. And when you told me, I couldn't stop laughing because he's for sure been telling your mom, like, you know what our son is doing? It was very cute.
Yeah.
You thought you could hide it. Parents know
Yeah.
when you're with someone. They can tell that there's a difference.
They can sense that.
Your mom did tell you that you looked better since last time she had seen you. I remember that.
In a better mood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was cute. We were on a little, like, pink cloud floating around.
Till this point, we had never talked on the phone.
Yeah,
We only talked.
sent voice notes.
Yeah, only
Yeah.
voice message.
So we had never seen each other.
Mhm.
I had never actually, like, talked back and forth. It would just be him sending me a voice note and then me sitting there waiting for him to send it back. And you could see on the app when he was recording one and, like, deleting it. It was very cute. But he doesn't remember this that clearly. Something to note is
I remember this, okay?
he does not remember details like I do. So
I remember the feelings.
okay, sure thing, babe. So I don't remember what actually led to this because it was something so stupid. But he misunderstood something I said because I remember it being a joke. But he got kind of offended, and I think that's like a cultural difference. I think Scandinavians and just Northern Europeans, we joke around in a certain way. And we're not very considerate of the fact that other people might not know we're joking. And I'm from a family where it's really bad. My dad will straight up, like, lie and not tell you that it was all made up. And then he'll do this at family gatherings, and people walk up to me and be like, oh wow, when your dad did that's so crazy. And I'll be like, yeah, totally. And I'll be like, Dad, seriously.
You're from a prank family.
Totally, but my dad has such a serious face that people can't tell he's joking. And then he'll be in the car like, oh, they still believe that? And he'll laugh at people. So I kind of have that type of humor as well. But he didn't get that because we didn't know each other that well.
Yeah.
And he got kind of upset. And I felt so bad, and I got so scared, like, what if he gets mad at me and he just doesn't want to talk to me anymore?
I think I said, like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was clearly annoyed. He's really bad at hiding when he's kind of angry.
I can't hide my emotion.
Yeah, you can't. Not when you're annoyed and pissed off. So I called him and I was like, it was a joke, I'm sorry. And I almost cried.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we just continued talking on the phone, I think.
Yeah.
Since then.
We gave up on the continuous voice notes. Kinda. We will still send them sometime.
Yeah.
I still feel sad that I no longer get voice notes from him. I miss the voice notes.
Okay. Okay, I'll send you a voice message before you wake up.
That would be very cute, actually. Guys, this is how you get a girl. Send her voice messages. So even though, at this point, when he was at his parents' place for the New Year, we had obviously talked on the phone, but we had still never video chatted, which, looking back, is insane.
Yeah.
Like, we could both have been catfishing each other.
Yeah.
And I remember I was considering it. Like, is he just catfishing me? And what will I do if this guy is just catfishing me? Because I'm in love with him, and I love who he is. So if I had really gone through every, like, mental disaster Like, what if I find him super ugly, but I still like who he is, but I just stay with him, even though he lied to me? It was so crazy. And I think I'm quite a headstrong person. So I had been together with my mom the whole day. We were shopping in Germany. And I came home, and at this point I was like, okay, I'm gonna video chat this man. And I just surprised him and called him up on video chat, and you were freaking out. You're like, wait, just hold up for a sec. And you called me back. And it was so awkward because we were like kids. Because we were just staring at each other and then blushing and looking away and then looking back. And I remember all you could say was like, "You're so beautiful." And I'm like, be quiet. I look like a whole tomato. My mom still makes fun of me for that because she's like, "Are you 12?"
I was very shy.
Yeah. I'm not usually shy, so.
Yeah, but she was even shy.
I was not more shy than you were. It was equal.
Oh, okay.
He's just trying to sound more manly. But it was very cute. It was awkward, but it was cute.
Yeah. And I thought she was catfishing.
You did?
I thought about the possibility. Yeah.
But would you have dumped me if I was?
No.
But what if I was like...
I was deeply in love.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
He has to say that.
And I'm glad you didn't. You didn't catfish me.
Yeah. Don't catfish people. It's not nice.
No. We basically talk all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were there whenever the other person was doing anything.
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't going to the bathroom, because he did that on accident once. And I was trying to be polite and ignore the sound.
Only
like,
the mic.
That was bad enough. It was. And the funny thing was, I was gonna pretend like it didn't happen. I forgot to take it out of the store. And I was like, yeah, okay, he brought it up.
So when she was cooking, she would show me her kitchen. If you blindfold me, I would thought that's an Asian person's kitchen.
Yeah, anyone that ever has come to my house, they always will assume that I must have an Asian roommate, because my kitchen does not look stereotypically Danish, I would say.
No. You have more spice than me.
Yeah, for sure.
All kinds of East Asian spice. Korean, Chinese, Japanese, all kinds of soy sauce.
I just have a fondness for the idea of being able to cook many different nationalities' food. It's not just Asian. I just like trying out new things, and I've never really been that into like Danish cuisine. Yeah. It's just a part of my life.
She even had steam tower.
Yeah, that one really took you out.
Oh my god, I have never seen any family.
It's a necessity. In my head, it is.
So we met in January.
And up until this point, we have been in that like you're freshly in love and everything is just great and perfect, and you don't think about the negative things or what might go wrong. Yeah, and then life knocks you back into reality.
Yeah. So we were planning that I would go see her. Yeah, in Denmark.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect I couldn't, because I have been able to travel for business.
I was in Norway when we found out. With my family, we go there quite a lot. It's very normal for Danes to really love Norway. And we were discussing it. I was kind of being like, okay, so let's start planning it out. My family really wants to meet you. And
then I saw a full ban on traveling as a tourist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in our little cabin on the couch with him on my screen and just crying because I was so sad. It was so unimaginably sad because no one knew what would happen. And I couldn't understand it because our border had been open for so long at this point.
Yeah.
So I was aware that he would have to quarantine. That's all I thought would happen.
Yeah.
Because my brother had been to China during this period of time.
Yeah, we didn't know what that means. It's a couple living in different countries during pandemic.
And then all we could do was really just wait and see what would happen. You don't
We
really
couldn't
have
do
other
anything.
options.
Yeah. You're not an ambassador.
Yeah.
I didn't tell my parents about the relationship.
And I told my parents.
That was a big challenge. Yeah.
For our whole relationship, he barely slept. So our communication started having issues.
Great time, huh?
Yeah, it was the Christmas from hell.
Yeah. So at the same time, I got COVID.
My accident?
Yeah. I think I sent you 24 presents in one.
20, 25. We can be his nephews. He can be your uncle.
Oh yeah, without your permission.
They're like, you should marry Anju. So at this point, our relationship was really suffering because I was losing hope, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy doesn't even like put in the energy to come see me.